Welcome back. You're with AM, 17 away from 9 o'clock. The lead into winter is a good time to make sure everything around the house gets done. There are maintenance jobs to keep on top of and making sure your insurance is correct. Joining us now to talk through winter property jobs is Property Apprentice owner and financial advisor Debbie Roberts. Thanks to our partners at Property Apprentice. Good morning.
Good morning.
Jobs around the house.
Yeah.
We put them off, but
yes.
we should get on top of them. What are these things for winter, like cleaning the gutters?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, what we notice after autumn is that there's leaves everywhere, right? So it's a good time to make sure all the gutters are clean, because otherwise that can cause water backflow and all sorts of issues. Also check the drains around your property, because if those are clogged with leaves, that can also increase the risk of flooding in your actual property as well. So good time to check all that sort of stuff out. There's some other house maintenance tips that we'd recommend as well. Some of them you might want to wait until spring to do, but you know, just make sure it's on your annual list. So things like having your chimney swept, because if you don't sweep your chimney on an annual basis, that could actually void your insurance cover.
Really?
Yeah, I know, it's shocking.
Okay.
I know. So something else that's worth doing is check that your insurance is still at an appropriate level. You can do that from the comfort of your own home without going outside when it's freezing cold. So something that we'd recommend is that you check the Cordell calculator. So just Google Cordell calculator, Cordell, and enter in all the details about your property. So it asks you a whole bunch of different questions, like size of it, what sort of, you know, what sort of
roof you've got.
Exactly, yeah. So it goes into quite a bit of detail, and that'll give you an estimate for how much you should insure your house for. Because a lot of people make the mistake of insuring their house for what they paid for it, if they've just recently purchased it, or what they estimate the market value for. So, you know, one way to keep your insurance premiums down,
yes,
because we all know they've increased by what, 30%?
Yes.
Close to 30% over the last year.
That's an average too, right?
Exactly.
In some areas it's more.
So one of the ways to keep that down is to make sure that you are just covering for replacement cost of the actual dwelling. Because, you know, if your house burns down, for example, you don't have to rebuy the land. So, yeah, don't worry too much about the property value. You're looking at the replacement cost.
And what if the insurance company quotes you for, let's say, $700,000, but Cordell says $750,000? Can you discuss that with your insurance company?
Yeah, I would. So something that we tend to find is that people often end up over-insured because, you know, the insurance companies increase your premiums by a few percent each year, just automatically. So that can really sneak up. And sometimes, you know, inflation in building materials doesn't increase at the same rate. So it is worthwhile checking out that Cordell calculator just to make sure that you're covered for an appropriate level. Another top tip to reduce your costs is to consider increasing your excess, because let's face it, you're not going to claim on insurance if you crack a window. You're going to claim on insurance for the big stuff. So you can increase your excess up to $2,000, I believe. I'm not an insurance advisor, so definitely talk to your insurance advisor and shop around, but increasing that excess can reduce your premium costs quite significantly.
Great tip, and as you say, you can do that all from the comfort of your warm home, freshly chimney swept home.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, one last thing.
Go on.
Sorry, I forgot to mention. Annual job, make sure that you wash your house. You know, get a water blaster or a chem wash done, because that extends the life of your paint. I know.
That's a good tip. Okay, thank you so much. 13 away from 9. That was Property Apprentice owner and financial advisor Debbie Roberts. Thanks to our partners at Property Apprentice.